Good morning, everybody. What we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be talking about, again, we're going to review a little bit about the center and radius of a circle. Then we're going to be given the center and radius, or center and diameter, or center and area, something like that, and then having to be creating an equation. So if we take a look at, say, number 5, the center, remember, is always going to be opposite of whatever this number is here. That's our x-coordinate, and it's going to be opposite of whatever this number is here. So the opposite of -5 is +5. The opposite of -1 is +1. So my center is going to be 5, 1. My radius will be the square root of 64, because remember, this is equal to r squared. Square root of 64 is 8. So that's my radius. Now if I take a look at number 6, okay, the center is going to be opposite of 7. So it's going to be -7. And opposite of 2, opposite of -2, which would be +2, and this is r squared, remember, the square root of 324 is going to equal 18. So keep that in mind as you guys get going today. All right? Now, what we're going to be working on today, we're going to be writing an equation of circles, as I mentioned. Okay? If you remember right, the standard form for a circle is x minus 8 squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared, where hk is the center and r is the radius. Okay, so when we go through these, if we take a look at, say, number 1, my center is 5, 3, so this is h, and this is k, and this is r. So I have x minus my h squared plus y minus my k squared equals 2 squared. That will simplify to x, oops, let's put it on the computer here, x minus 5 squared plus y minus 3 squared is equal to 4. Now the reason I put it like this is because if you look at number 2, we have a negative in there, so we do have to be a little bit careful. So my center will be x minus a -1 squared plus y minus 7 squared equals 14 squared. Okay, the negative turns into a positive. 14 squared is going to be 196, and that's what we're looking at there. Okay. Now if we take a look at number 3, it's a little bit different. My diameter is 18, so that means my radius will be 9. So x minus a -2 squared plus y minus a -11 squared equals 9 squared. So this will turn into x plus 2 squared plus y plus 11 squared is equal to 81. Okay. Now, one last one that we're going to talk about here. If we take a look at number 4, again, it says my diameter is 32. This means my radius will be 16, half the diameter. So x minus 0 squared plus y minus 9 squared is equal to 16 squared. So this will simplify to x squared, x minus 0, just get rid of the 0 there, times or plus y minus 9 squared is equal to 16 squared. 16 squared is 256. Okay, hopefully that does make sense. Okay, now let's take a look at number 7 quick, because that just looks like a fun question. If you remember right, your circumference is equal to 2 times pi times r, not r squared. So if my circumference is 6 pi, okay, so in order to get from 2 pi r to get r by itself, we need to divide both sides by 2 pi. This 2 will cancel here, this pi will cancel here, left with r on this side. 6 divided by 2 is 3, pi's will cancel, r will equal 3. So that's what we have here. So again, x minus a negative 1 squared plus y minus 4 squared is equal to 3 squared. I'm just going to go into the next area here. So that's what we're looking at there. Now if we take a look at number 9, if you recall, your area formula is pi times r squared. And it says here your area is 16 pi. I'm going to divide, I got to get r squared by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by pi, which means r squared will equal 16. If I take the square root of both sides, r will equal 4. So x minus a negative 8 squared plus y minus a negative 11 squared will equal 4 squared. If I had to simplify that, I'd have x plus 8 squared plus y plus 11 squared is equal to 16. Okay. Now let's take a look at number 11. If you look at this, okay, we have to find the center. It almost looks like the center is about right there. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm good that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's my center. My center is at 3, negative 2. Now if you notice, I counted the 5s. So my radius to be 5. Okay, hopefully you guys can read that. So x minus 3 squared plus y minus negative 2, so y plus 2 squared will equal 5 squared, or 25. Okay, so that's all you have to do. You have to find the center and then square that. It's always going to be minus whatever it is. That's always going to work for polynomials as well. You're going to go move the opposite way of what it tells you. So if it says x minus 3, you're going to move to the right. If it says y plus 2, you're going to move down 2. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay. In the next set of videos that I'm going to post, we're going to talk about completing the square. Don't be scared. It is not hard. You will use it again in Algebra 2, so I want you guys to pay attention to that. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Have a good day.